The soft crackle of the fire echoed through the living room, filling the space with a deceptive calm. I sat alone in the armchair, my eyes locked on the shifting flames. On a different night, the warmth might have brought comfort. Tonight it was something else entirely, something darker, something final. I leaned back slowly, the leather creaking beneath me, and took a sip from the glass in my hand. The whiskey stung as it slid down my throat, but it was a dull ache compared to the burning fury inside me. For 7 years, I believed Emily was my partner, my home, my greatest source of joy. She was bright, magnetic, always the one drawing attention wherever we went. I wore my love for her like a badge of honor. That pride, however, turned to dust 3 days ago. She had left her laptop open in the chaos of packing for a so-called business trip. I wasn't snooping, not at first, but one stray glance at the screen and everything unraveled. What I found wasn't a presentation or meeting notes. It was a string of intimate messages with a man named Greg. Plans, reservations, secret meetups, and in one message, a cruel summary of me. He's just safe, predictable. I don't feel anything anymore. I sat there frozen, the words sinking into me like icy needles. The betrayal was complete, laid bare in digital ink. I could have confronted her immediately, but I didn't. Something in me wanted to wait, not out of cowardice, but because I wanted her to feel what I felt. Fully, completely. She came home tonight, all bright smiles and sweet words. Her suitcase hit the floor, and her heels slipped off as she walked in like everything was normal. "Hey love, I missed you," she said. I watched her from across the room, my expression unreadable, and responded coolly, "Did you have a good trip?" There was a flicker of something, hesitation, guilt, before she replied, "Yeah, productive, draining though." I didn't get up. She moved toward the kitchen, expecting the usual routine, me helping with her bags, asking about her meetings. But this time, I stayed seated. She noticed. "You okay?" she asked. "Never better," I replied, each word carefully measured. She tried to brush off my tone, filling the silence with idle talk about meetings and tight schedules. Every word out of her mouth twisted deeper into the truth I already knew. And then she paused, sniffing the air. "Something's burning." "What is that?" I leaned forward, elbows on my knees. "Why don't you take a look?" She walked toward the fireplace, puzzled until she saw it. Her breath caught. What the hell?" The flames had already consumed the edges of our wedding album. Photos curled and blackened, dried flowers from our wedding day, handwritten letters, anniversary cards, all of it reduced to kindling. "I thought it was appropriate," I said quietly. "None of it holds much meaning anymore, does it?" Her face shifted, shock, fear, anger. "What are you doing? Are you insane?" I stood slowly and set my glass down with deliberate care. "No, Emily, for the first time, I see things clearly." She took a step back, shadows from the fire dancing across her face. "I don't understand." I pulled out my phone and showed her the pictures I had taken of her laptop screen. Her expression crumbled the moment she saw them. "Want to tell me who Greg is?" she stammered. "It's not what it looks like." I arched an eyebrow. "Because it looks like you've been sleeping with someone behind my back for months. It was a mistake," she said quickly, her voice shaking. "I felt alone, and you've been distant, cold." I laughed, a sharp, humorless sound. "Distant? I've been working my ass off to give you a life most people only dream of. I gave you everything, and you threw it away." Tears welled in her eyes, but they didn't move me. "Not anymore. We can fix this," she whispered. "It didn't mean anything. You planned an entire trip around him. You booked hotel rooms. You laughed at me behind my back. Don't stand there and insult me by pretending it meant nothing." She collapsed to the floor, sobbing. "But I wouldn't bend not for this." I could have exploded the night I found out, but instead, I waited. I wanted to make sure you'd feel it the way it feels when your whole world falls apart. Her head snapped up, eyes wide. "What are you saying?" I picked up an envelope from the mantelpiece. "I spoke to an attorney. Everything's already in motion. You'll find divorce papers inside, along with copies of your messages." Her voice cracked. "You didn't tell anyone, did you?" I looked her in the eyes. "I told Greg's wife. She deserved to know." No, you didn't," she gasped, horror spreading across her face. "I did." She was grateful, actually. "I'm sure she's having a similar conversation with him right about now." I let the envelope fall onto The table. It's a clean break. I'm not interested in dragging this out or making a show of it. Just leave. She clung to the envelope like it might save her. Please, please don't do this. I still love you. No, you love the life I gave you. You loved the comfort, the security. But when it came to the one thing I asked in return, your loyalty, you spit on it. She tried again, more desperate than before, but I had heard enough. I reached for my coat and keys. You've got until the end of the week to move out. After that, the locks change. Where are you going? She called after me. I paused at the door. Anywhere but here. And I stepped outside, the cold air biting against my skin, but it was cleaner than the air inside that house. With each step I took away, I felt the burden of her betrayal grow lighter. In the weeks that followed, I filed the papers and focused on putting my life back together. Friends and family offered sympathy, but I wasn't looking for comfort. I needed purpose. I picked up the pieces of myself I'd left behind during those years with her, my passions, my peace, my sense of direction. Emily left quietly, her pleas fading into silence when she saw they no longer reached me. Greg's wife ended their marriage, and from what I've heard, he's still trying to figure out where it all went wrong. As for the fireplace, I haven't lit it since. It stands there as a reminder not of the heartbreak, but of the strength it took to stop loving someone who no longer deserved it. What once burned me down has now made way for something new to rise.